Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Spring 2017 Spring NALCS semifinals, live from Los Angeles, California. Hope you've all had a good Friday, but it's time for an even better Saturday. Phoenix1 ready to go, getting ready to get onto the matches today. And speaking of better tomorrows, we're going to see Cloud9 coming from the future. Yeah, those cars' doors go upwards, and here is C9 ready to defend their semifinal spot, hoping to make it to yet another NALCS final. Of course, we've got fans ready to go as well. The crowd colors right now in blue. They'll change colors based on what the teams are playing here today. It's going to be such a fun match to be a part of. Of course, we just followed the European LCS, but now it's our time to shine. And speaking of which, I am Dave Victorly here with Isaac Gazelle, Cummings Bentley, and William Scarlett. Gentlemen, how you doing?
I'm doing great. Excited to be here. Can't wait for the games.
I'm doing fantastic, and exactly what he said.
That's good to hear. We all can't wait for the games. So let's pull up the brackets to see where we are right now in the North American LCS. Of course, last weekend, Phoenix1 took the 3-0 win over Team Dignitas. FlyQuest got the reverse sweep over Counterlogic Gaming, which brings us to today's matchup at the bottom of the bracket. Cloud9, the number 2 seed, versus Phoenix1, the number 3 seed, and they will be the ones doing battle today. And we will be hearing from some members of Cloud9 later today, as the rookie and coach of the split, Contracts and Reaper, will be interviewed in a little bit. But also keep in mind, there's a lot at stake here in the North American playoffs. And of course, I mean, championship points. It's everyone's favorite, especially Dash. It's going to be beautiful. And not only does the winner of the Spring Split head to the Mid-Season Invitational, get the title of North American Champion, but you get championship points that can qualify you for Worlds.
Yeah, and that's going to be really important. I mean, CLG last year did actually qualify from their Spring Split championship points, so these teams have a lot at stake.
Absolutely agree. So with so much at stake, I want to get predictions from you two gentlemen. Who's going to win here today? Azael, starting with you, Cloud9 versus Phoenix1.
I have Cloud9 taking a 3-1. I think despite Phoenix1's dominant performance last week, they could not stand up to C9 in week 9, and I think especially the bot lane, Smoothie has just really been shining, and it's going to be tough for the rookie supports if P1 to stand up.
I actually agree with the same thing. Like, I think that C9 will take it today. However, I think it'll be relatively...
Got an echo over here.
Yeah, I think it'll be relatively close. I do think one of the things that P1 has is they have a lot more time to work with. I know before, last time Inori faced up against this team, and it was like kind of they used Meteos both times, and Inori didn't get to see much play, if I remember correctly. I think that this time, Inori's been playing a lot better since he got back, and I'm really interested to see if like maybe the jungle matchup could be turned around, because Contracts is one of those players, like you said, he has high highs and low lows. Maybe this could be one of those series where like he gets upset by Inori.
Yeah, and there's a matchup I think that's very interesting as well. The mid lane matchup here. Ryu was player of the series for Phoenix1 last weekend, up against Jensen in the mid lane. I think it's going to be really compelling.
Yeah, I think actually that Ryu's a monster. I really slept on him before. I think that he's a player which has like a really extreme clutch factor. Like he knows exactly what he needs to do to execute in team fights, and he knows how to do it, and he has no hesitation. And I think that's something that a lot of mid lane players wish they had. Unfortunately, he's also laning against one of the best laning mid laners in the entire league, and so maybe it doesn't even get to late game where Ryu can really shine if Jensen is able to dominate him in the mid lane before then.
One thing I would also say Ryu does very well is take his leads from mid lane and move them around the map, get advantages for his team elsewhere. And, you know, if Jensen's just going to stay in lane, maybe he can make things happen elsewhere. So
you guys are predicting that Cloud9 wins, but maybe a P1 win comes from the hands of Ryu in the mid lane. Now, you've heard from our experts already, but now I want to hear from you at home. Let us know how you LCS by using the hashtag HowILCS. And, of course, please also tag at LO Esports while doing so. Please, pet pictures, more than welcome. Just please don't include cats. They're still inferior pets. But, of course, also share your favorite... Had to happen. Had to happen. Hope Rengar's banned every game this series. But also send your favorite moments from the LCS stage using the hashtag LCS Big Plays to let us know exactly what you liked so much. Now, we are going to toss to the casters in just a second, but first, I want to talk about some of the biggest friendships that we've ever had in League of Legends. I mean, I'm talking about like the R2-D2 and C3PO of League of Legends, the Padme Amidala and Jar Jar Binks of League of Legends. I know, I love tilting you, internet. I mean, the Han and Leia of the North American scene. Sneaky and Meteos, take it away.
We're pretty good friends, but we don't talk every day or anything because Sneaky ignores me most of the time. But every once in a while, someone will donate to him on stream and get him to pity duo with me, and it's a good time. I really enjoy it.
Yeah, I was pretty surprised that Meteos just clicked so well.
Keep in mind I have thin skin with your answer. I'm easily offended. But go ahead. I don't want to interrupt you.
From top to second, an 0-2 week for C9, and P1 comes up with the victory over Cloud9.
We didn't really expect to have such a hard match, but Meteos give us our first 2-0 loss. Thank you very much, sir.
No problem. Anytime. In a way, though, it helped you guys get remotivated.
That's true.
I've always felt like Cloud9's kind of my home, but that being said, if I'm playing against them, I'm not gonna, you know, go easy. I'm gonna camp sneaky, and it'll be a good time.
I will be invading your jungle 24/7 once again. Push up my lane, run in, ward your blue. Oh, you're on it.
You'll be dead already. Nope,
blue
you'll walk in the river bush and I'll be there. You won't find me in the jungle, you find me in your bot lane. I don't usually think about who I'm playing that much when I'm in game. You know, I don't think like, oh, I'm playing sneaky, you know, I'm playing this guy I'm really good friends with. It'll just be like, oh, I'm playing against a Jhin, or I'm playing against an Ashe, or an Ezreal, or something like that. So in the game, I don't think about it too much, but I think it is fun to play against my friends, you know.
It's kind of the same for me, where you just have to think about what champions you're against and like what advantages they have, or how spooky they are early game. You know, the Olaf run you down when I'm playing.
That was all game, not early game.
When I'm playing an AD carry, basically. Maybe I'll assume Medius will want to camp me a bit more. Who knows?
Could happen.
Hello, everyone, and welcome. I am Rivington.